CEO Ronald from Creating a Difference. I have the brand new Radical Results. And this is a ball that everybody's kind of talking a little bit about, so we kind of want to see what it's about. We're going to take a scan of it first, see what it is. It's been used, so that means it's probably going to be right about that 5,000 grit, because all balls end up there. Oh, no, this ball is actually higher than that, 5,300. So, you know, it's a shinier ball, so 5,300 plus, which is good. And I'm going to start out with this ball by, they say this ball continues. And typically high mass bias asymmetric balls don't do that. So I'm purposely going to leave that 10 pin there. I'm actually going to hook the ball, hook the lane, and just kind of see how well the ball goes through, quote unquote, where the pins would be. Because that'll tell us a whole lot about this bowling ball and its ability to be continuous or not. So just kind of watch how the ball goes off the pin deck. Not bad, not bad. So now we're gonna be able to actually throw it at some pins to see what happens. Very, very unique core shape, got some unique numbers to it. They're using what they call a textured pearl cover stock. So definitely interested to kind of see now what we can do with this piece. On a standard house pattern, it's 8-to-1 ratio. Ouch, ouch. So one, this ball would be considered angular, which is good if you need that. Two, that means it also is not going to be very usable on this condition, because what's going to happen is this is going to create what's called a wet-dry condition, meaning when I get it to the friction a little bit early, it's going to react too hard. When I get it in, it's going to push too long. So this would not be the optimal condition for this, but nonetheless, you know what? I think I'm going to shoot this actually. I think I'm going to shoot this. I mean, this ball is very angular, so there's a possibility that you can actually make it because it'll pick up. We gave it a run, so same kind of concept though. So the ball does pick up, you saw that, and that's why I said, well, let me shoot it with that ball. So nonetheless, this is kind of interesting. So what I'm gonna do is we'll just go through a normal paces. That spot obviously is not where it's gonna work, so we'll move in. It's gonna create a lot of, you have to throw this ball to the left pretty far to create a lot of angle from the front side to get to come back. Yeah, so here's the thing, that ball is definitely very, very angular. It's gonna be good if you're more of a lower rev rate player and want your bowling ball to back end. It's not going to be good if you are bowling on a pattern like this and you want to strike for more than one game, because it's going to be too hard to control. I am surprised with the amount of back end that we're getting out of this ball, especially being so much of a high asymmetric ball, but you have to really get it out there. And it's gonna go through the pins really well. So it's good. This one's kind of interesting to be able to see. Definitely a lot of back end. So we'll move in some more. Like I said, this is one of those pieces that it's gonna be good, you know, lower rev rate, need your bowling ball to back end pieces for sure. So we'll get really, really deep here. This should cause some problems. Because now I'm in the oil. It still picks up though. I mean, the ball still grabs even in the oil, so that's, yikes. This ball's super strong. This is super strong. That's impressive. That's impressive from the performance side of things. So the issue that somebody's going to have is that it could be unpredictable or not usable for very long periods of time because it hooks so much down lane. The good side of that is, if you're one of those guys that wants to really, really hook the ball a whole lot, well, then this is the piece probably you should get. So here, we'll give it a little bit of bend. See, it's just strong. I mean, it really grabs a pattern. It really is aggressive. Which if I'm bowling on a house shot, I'm not using it. Not for this. I think this definitely is a piece that should be actually a pretty good piece overall though, because of that. Because it does that right kind of shape, that really strong, aggressive back end motion. Let's try one more time. It looks like you gotta be deep. So I'm way too deep on a house shot. But that's what it takes. She hooks a lot in the back. So it's good. I mean, if that's what you're looking for, if that's what you need, then this probably is your piece. I'll tell you, of all the balls that I've thrown so far, this one is definitely the most angular. There's the limit. There's the limit. So you can reach too much of a limit with that piece, as you can with any piece, obviously. But overall, this ball's strong. Man, definitely more than I was expecting, to say the least. All right. Well, let's strike with it once. Well, we did strike with it already once, but let's strike with it again. Yeah, she backends a lot. If you have more questions or need more information, you may want to check this piece out, because it's definitely like this down lane. Not something that I'm used to seeing from them for sure, and definitely more ball motion down lane than I'm familiar with. And like I said, this was probably when you want to take a look at getting your bowling back. Anyway, with that being said, I'm out of here. CEO Ronnie from Creative Difference. Talk to you soon.